What if I told you that your tendency to overthink isn't a weakness? It's actually a sign of extraordinary mental capacity. Do you realize that your ability to see multiple angles and anticipate outcomes is exactly what visionaries and innovators use to change the world? While others accept surface-level answers, you're wired to go deeper, to understand the real patterns behind everything. That restless, analyzing mind you've been fighting, it's been waiting for the right direction. The same mental energy that creates overwhelming thoughts can create breakthrough clarity. And you're about to discover how to flip that switch, how to transform your greatest challenge into your most powerful advantage. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why your mind creates these thought loops, and the one simple shift that stops them instantly. You'll discover why fighting your thoughts makes them stronger, and how to step out of the mental maze you've been trapped in. This changes everything, because what most people call overthinking is actually your brain doing exactly what it's designed to do. Think about it this way. Your mind is like a security system that never got the memo that you're safe. It's constantly scanning for threats, problems to solve, outcomes to control. But here's what's fascinating. Most of what we overthink isn't actually happening in reality. It's happening in the space between what is and what we think should be. This happens because your brain doesn't distinguish between a real tiger and an imagined worst-case scenario. Both trigger the same alarm system. So when you replay that awkward conversation from 3 days ago, your nervous system responds as if it's happening right now. Your mind thinks it's protecting you by running through every possible angle, but it's actually keeping you stuck in a loop. Here's what I've noticed about people who've broken free from this pattern. They didn't learn to think better thoughts. They learned to step back from thinking altogether. They discovered that most problems don't need to be solved. They need to be outgrown. And once you understand how to do this, the mental chatter that's been exhausting you simply quiets. If you're still here, you already understand something most people miss, that the way you've been trying to handle your thoughts isn't working. Most people will keep using the same mental strategies that created their overwhelm in the first place. But you're different. What I'm about to share will show you why everything you've tried before was actually making it worse. If this is resonating with you, please subscribe. The reason traditional advice about overthinking fails is because it treats thoughts like they're the problem. Just stop thinking about it. Focus on something else. Think positive thoughts instead. But thoughts aren't the issue. Your relationship to them is. When you try to push away a thought, you're actually giving it more energy. It's like trying not to think of a pink elephant. The moment someone says that, what pops into your head? Your brain can't process a negative. It doesn't understand, don't think about this. It only hears, "Think about this." What becomes clear when you observe your mind without judgment is that thoughts are just mental events, like clouds passing through the sky. They arise, they exist for a moment, and they dissolve. The only reason they stick around and multiply is because we engage with them as if they're urgent messages that require immediate action. And what happens next changes everything. In this space of non-engagement, something shifts. The mental energy that was trapped in endless loops suddenly becomes available for what actually matters. You stop living in your head and start living in your life. There's something deeper here. Take a moment and notice what's happening in your mind right now. Are you thinking about what I just said? Planning how to apply it? Maybe questioning whether this will work for you? Just notice. Don't try to change anything. See how your mind immediately jumped into action? That's not wrong. That's just what minds do. But what if you could watch that mental activity like you're watching a movie? What if you could be curious about your thoughts instead of controlled by them? If you tried that, you probably noticed how automatic and impersonal most thoughts actually are. They're not your thoughts in the sense that you consciously created them. They're more like mental weather patterns. They arise based on conditions that have nothing to do with who you really are. This happens because most overthinking isn't actually about the thing you think you're overthinking about. When you're replaying that conversation, your mind isn't really trying to perfect your past performance. It's trying to prevent future emotional discomfort. When you're imagining worst-case scenarios, you're not actually preparing for those outcomes. You're trying to control the uncontrollable. The root of overthinking is the unconscious belief that if you think about something enough, you can somehow manage it into submission. But reality doesn't work that way. The things you can actually influence through thinking are surprisingly few. Most of life happens in the realm beyond mental control. I know this might feel overwhelming at first, the idea that you can't think your way out of everything. But here's what's beautiful about this realization. It means you can stop trying. You can redirect all that mental energy toward what actually serves you. The next time you catch yourself in an overthinking loop, try this. Instead of fighting the thoughts or trying to solve whatever your mind is chewing on, ask yourself one simple question. What is my body doing right now? This isn't about positive thinking or mindfulness techniques. It's about relocating your attention from the mental realm into the physical realm. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breathing. Sense the temperature of the air around you. You're not trying to stop thinking. You're simply placing your attention somewhere more useful. What you'll discover is that when you're fully present in your body, overthinking becomes impossible. Not because the thoughts stop, but because you stop feeding them with your attention. It's like stepping out of a noisy room. The noise is still there, but you're no longer immersed in it. Practice this for just a few minutes at a time. Don't make it another thing to perfect or overthink. The goal isn't to achieve some perfect state of mental quiet. It's to remember that you have a choice about where you place your attention. And that choice changes everything about how you experience your life. This is just the foundation. Over the next few days, you'll start noticing spaces between your thoughts that you never saw before. Within a week, you'll catch yourself stepping out of mental loops before they take over your entire day. You'll find yourself responding to situations from a place of clarity rather than reacting from a place of mental overwhelm. Change happens in layers, not overnight. Every time you catch yourself overthinking and choose presence instead, you're rewiring patterns that may have been running for years. Your willingness to explore this shows you're ready for something different. If this resonated with you, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. Someone who's ready to move beyond surface-level solutions and explore what actually creates lasting change. Hit subscribe if you want more content that honors your depth and gives you practical tools for transformation.